Hello and welcome back to Stranded Deep. You join us once more in the Cartographer, where we are creating this island loosely based on Jurassic Park. Last time we created, well, this sort of fencing for the paddock, which could be used as a farming area. It could be used as an area where people might build houses and stuff. It's an interesting use of items that are in the toolbox, but not necessarily used as they should be, because we have a limited play set, a limited number of things we can do, and we are we're thinking outside the box, basically. The box has not only been thought outside of, we've thrown it away, and we have just started going off-piste. So we created these columns, we created sort of bits of fencing as if dinosaurs were once here, because this island is loosely based off Jurassic Park. So we have W, S, A and D to move, we have Q and E to go up and down, hold right mouse button and you can pan around in the world, and we also have, well, if you click on something, F, there we go, focus. What did we do last time? Well, we did the paddock, and we also, interestingly, if I click terrain and objects so I don't have anything selected, we also did the top of this hill and the side of this hill. So I think the episode before last we created this little outlook, which is kind of cool, really cool, and then we carried on and we dressed it a little bit more, and you know what, in the game it doesn't look bad at all. I think we can kind of leave it as is. It's it's a little bit deceptive in the map editor. So if you're creating a map and you're going, oh, it looks a bit empty, and you just start dragging stuff out of the toolbox, it's like, right, I just need to cover this whole place in ficus so I can't see the ground, because that is how you make a map. Well, you're going to have two problems there. The first problem is players are going to go where you don't want them to go, sort of down the side of this hill, and then maybe get stuck on a bit of wood, or there are places where players are going to go, they're going to get stuck, they're going to have to press escape, they're going to have to go and restart, or reload, and it's not going to be fun for them. So as a map designer, you've got to think about stuff, which is why when we did this cave, well, kind of a tunnel with a boat inside it, we made sure that all the gaps in the rocks, there are still some gaps, but you can't get a player stuck in them. So all the little things, all the things she said, basically, yeah, you've just gotta keep an eye out for that. So the bulk of the map is basically done. If you haven't seen the other episodes, just go back in the playlist, they're all there. I mean, that's the joy of YouTube. The whole island as it's being created is there, and this one's big un. Oh, she big. She very, very big. I mean, look at that. That is a big old island. It doesn't look big in the map editor. In fact, if you're making an island yourself, you're going to need to, well, you need to do one of two things. You're going to need to go in the toolbox and maybe click on structures and get like a shipwreck. Ooh, shipwreck 3A. There you go. That's a big shipwreck. That is a big shipwreck. Also, LOD means it disappears after a while and then comes back if you push it far enough away. It's a bit of a weird one. But if you need to work out the size of an area, you can do it in shipwrecks, essentially. So this area doesn't look big, but it is big enough to hold a shipwreck, and that is big enough for quite a few farming plots. So that's what we have been doing. That's where we are. That's where we all caught up. We've got a few little fun things like this little jumpy jump area, which, boop, in the game, once you're actually in the game proper, all of this is covered in coral, and it's got sharks and various bits and pieces swimming around, little poison boys and fishy boys and everything that you can imagine just sort of out there. It doesn't get rendered in the map editor because it would kind of get in the way of the seabed. Also, it might tax some people's computers. So yeah, a little fun thing here. I'm going to put sharks in the map towards the end. We're going to leave them out for the time being because we need to test various bits and pieces. But as far as the Jurassic Park element of this map goes, we've got kind of the ruins. We've got like a ruin lookout. We've got houses and buildings which we have created using the superstructures from boats. If you push ourselves into the ground, oof, there we go. Yeah, the entire freaking boat. In fact, other button. It's terrifying when you know there's a huge thing underground, but boop. Yeah, entrance to the underground labs. You can't actually get below the island mesh, so this is more of a curiosity. A lot of these are just curiosities. Pathways, old pathways that are dilapidated and falling down. Obviously the paddock which we created last time, and another house in a little grove, and we've also got the jetty and one of the main shipwrecks, which, boom, yeah, made out of several boats. It's looking nice. It's looking real nice, but there are some areas which we haven't really touched yet. And I guess this is the point in the map where we know exactly what it looks like. We know what the world looks like. We've spent an awful lot of time on this world. We have our aerial walkway. We have a forest and everything. And it's like, this is good. We haven't put the resources in yet, which is fine. We'll put the resources and any animals and stuff in at the end. There is a few bits and pieces that we've placed, like a few yuccas and things, but those are specifically placed. We'll put other things down later on. But this is beach, and it's causing me some problems because, well, we could leave it. We could leave it, but it's pretty freaking boring compared to everything else. LOD, yeah. So LOD is the level of detail. The further away you are from an object, the sort of lower its polygons and texture and all that sort of stuff. Some things in the map editor are broke. That tree shouldn't do that. And I think if we go far enough away, it's leaves pop back on. So there are some levels of detail that are, well, they're dead. They're dead. They broke. Yes, beach is causing me problems though. I think we need to do something with this. And I'm quite happy to go to town on it for two reasons. If we leave the map editor, if we stop making this island and making it all it can be, we go back into the main game, and there hasn't been an update in a long time, and a lot of people in the forums are like, is this game dead? Well, send a, go on Beam Team's Twitter and ask them that. Basically, the answer is no. The answer is the game is not dead. The game is very much alive. And I think I've said this quite a few times, but basically what's happened is that I don't think I like that. I think that's too big. It's too big, but we might be able to do something with it. Yeah, so the I think it was September time, they were going to publish their game on PlayStation 4. Oh, or our shadows are messed up again. Oh, it's that weird shadow messy up bug where you turn the sea off. I think if we look at the sky and do that. Let's do that. Display ocean, display ocean. Does that fix the shadow thing? Yeah, it does actually. So if you look up at the sky, turn the ocean off, all your shadows don't get completely beansed. Who was doing it? Who was doing it? The thing. It was Telltale Games, and they went bankrupt, and they were like, oh, we're bankrupt now. We dead. There's a lot of things that are dead, but Telltale's like, yeah, we dead. And Beam Team is like, but no, we were going to publish through you, because they literally just set up the publishing side of Telltale. So Telltale literally just set up the publishing side of it. I don't like that. Let's get rid of it. So yeah, Beam Team and a bunch of other small developers got caught out, and because of legal issues, what they have to do is have to wait until the legal stuff is sorted. We're going to set height. I'm going to read from this beach. I'm going to change the size down. So until the legal stuff's sorted, they're pretty much between a rock and a hard place, a real hard place, because all the stuff that they were working on they can't release because it's still technically tied up with Telltale. I don't know. I wouldn't want to be in that situation. So basically what we're going to do now is get away from that, and we're going to create a little offshore island. I like these offshore islands. We haven't made one because we've actually pushed the whole of this map out real far as it can realistically go, whilst keeping some seabed for you to be swimming around it. Even when it gets super tight, we've got this kind of like lip here I don't really want people swimming over the abyss because it's a bit freaky. It is not Freaky Friday, it's just straight freaky. So, but we need space for the sharks and stuff to swim around. Yeah, I don't know. So what we're going to do is go and make sure, well, the amount of slide is quite far down. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. I'm going to go here. But why are you raising the land up? Oh, good question. Excellent question. Two reasons, actually. So when you wish upon a star, when you have a picture of the Queen, no, when you, let's just kind of brush around a little bit. When you put something out in the sea, like a big old rock, when there is a wave, the wave will come along, especially during a storm, and it'll swamp that rock. If you if you sort of raise up the terrain, the sea will not swamp that area of terrain if it's above sea level. Oh, did you know that? You do now. Cool. So what we're going to do, now we can put rocks around and stuff around now. I just wanted to make sure that we actually saw what was going on. We're going to have to put rocks around it because those bubbles are bad news bears. Those bubbles will represent in the actual like game. So once you put it into the game world, they'll represent a gap in the water mesh. Quite a severe gap, actually. I've not quite seen it that bad, but it's fine. I might reduce the size a little bit. We can do that by just simply cranking this up and smoothing it down. Oop. Let's do that. Okay, and that'll take a second to calculate. Is it gonna, okay. Let's turn the ocean off because I was trying to talk about why there was no updates. Have been no updates in a while. So smooth height is all the way up. So I'm going to smooth that a little bit, and then we'll bring it up a little bit more naturally. And then we'll put some rocks and stuff around it. I want to be very careful because when we put marine life, specifically sharky boys, I don't want them to get stuck on things too much. The game will go and put... let's change the amount all the way down. The amount of sliders inherited between these three options, and it is a pain in the butt because sometimes you'll click and make a spike in the world. Sometimes you click and nothing will happen because you get the wrong brush selected. Oh, that's a cup of tea then. Oh well. Alright, so we're raising this up. We've used, so we've clicked on a height on the beach, and that's what we're using here to go to. So we can never go higher than this point. I mean, it's still going to be rocky rocks. We're just using this. There we go. So that's basically, if we turn the water. There we go. Still a bit bubbly. Doesn't matter. Because now when we go and we put some rocks over the top of it. Can we do a cliff? Can we do a cliff? Let's zoom out a little bit. Oof. Not that one. Yes, but not that one. It's cliff 3. I think it's cliff 3 is yeah, some pleasing shape. Bloop. Okay. This is going to be interesting. Actually, I don't want that. I want it to be smaller than that. So cliff 2 is the huge one. And if we drag it down into the ground... Yeah, still pretty big. Get rid of it. Get rid of that. Right, okay. Thinking about this. Got to think on our feet. Got to think on our toes. And these big rocks are not big enough. Ooh. We painted ourselves into a corner. No, we'll be okay. We'll be fine. I think we're going to end up using cliff 6. Okay, fine. Or we'll drag it all the way down into the ground. Or we'll use the other cliff. It's just too big. It's just too big. I'm going between... So cliff 3... Yeah, I think that's probably the safest bet. So what we'll do is we'll put it in the sea. Like this. So this whole bit of land is literally there just to stop it during a storm getting swamped. Let's go underwater. Because there's no fog layer, we can see exactly what's going on. I think it might also help with the shark, but I'm not entirely sure. Shark navigation is a little bit of a mystery. So what we're doing is we're just getting that sand. Okay, cool. Yeah, shark navigation is a little bit of a mystery. If anyone remembers, land sharks, they used to be quite common. So the sharks would just freak out, and then you would end up with sharks just... Let's just check that by pushing off camera in there. Sharks swimming under land in the main game itself. It's like, oh, it's not good. And then eventually they kind of fixed it, but then sharks would only ever swim to underland in like custom maps, and it kind of wasn't fixed at that. I don't know. Shark navigation. Is there an easy way to fix it? Probably not. Probably you would need to run a check, and this is like based on like the grass layer and the sand layer and stuff. You could probably do it. This is like, is there this sand being rendered? Shark. Yes there is. Oh, right, well, boot you back out to sea, because you shouldn't be here. That's a way of doing it. So what are you doing? I'm quite happy to build a little, like, rocky thing from here, maybe. A little rocky archway. It's an idea. It's an idea. Is it going to work? Oh boy. Questions. Ooh. Don't know. So what we're doing is we are going to be creating something. I mean, we could always break it. We can always use some metal. So that's another thing that happens on the alarming with alarming regularity, not alacrity, but regularity, is that when you have a lot of objects in an area, they will start to sort of clip. You'll not clip, but jump. Whatever you have selected will start jumping around, and it's like, this is kind of strange. I don't know what's going on. Please help. So what we're doing is we're just taking these objects. I think what we'll do is get rid of that, making sure we've got the right thing selected. Good. That's that rock. So I'm going to use big rock 2. Excellent. Because we can rotate it in order to get its flat side. Rotate. So we're using T to transform. Cool. And R to rotate. C to clone. So T, once it's the right kind of direction, we can do a little bit of manipulation. We're going to need height as well. How is this going to work? It's going to work. It's going to work. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Hashtag ruined. Trust me. Yeah, we got it. We got it. So what I'm going to do is, see, what I don't want is too much of this, which I guess is not going to be too noticeable once you have, once your player is actually running around on the rocks. You're not going to notice too much pattern repeat in the textures, but we're just going to avoid it as much as we can. So rotate. Rotate. This is good. Because even though, I mean, technically we just leave rocks all over the place in the game because they have no physics. So we could just leave a bunch of stuff floating in the air. It's fine for a single map. It's like, this is my first map. I've just made a map and it's got a lot of stuff floating in the air. Don't I feel great? Yeah, no, it's probably great. If you want to make like a wizardy, mannery, jumping puzzly map, that's absolutely fine. Go for it. I'm going to get rid of that. But it's not realistic. So if you want to make something that's a bit more realistic, just remember everything has not everything has mass and is affected by gravity. I was trying to work out what the heck I was about to say. I was just like, everything, oh, bum. So yeah. So what we're doing is essentially free-forming this. Kind of loosely based off a game that I played a long time ago called Jurassic Park Trespasser. And Mini Driver and Richard Attenborough. Not importantly, David Attenborough, who is very, very lovely. But it's his brother, Richard. No expense spared. Yeah, it's great. He was in a bunch of war films as well. I mean, there was a time when you couldn't watch war films without seeing just the same people. So I guess Richard Attenborough was in quite a few of them. Oh, that's too thick. Who else? Ooh, Donald Pleasance. He was in quite a few. Yeah. So what we're doing is we're going to balance these boards on top of each other. Oh, okay. It's going to work. And the big rock too. I think it's going to work. It's going to do what we need it to do. But we're going to need to decorate the area in kind of an interesting way. Okay, well. So I'm going to leave a gap. Here. Good. What? This is going to be tight. Very, very tight. And I don't... Well... Is that what she said? I'm not sure. So you're going to need to jump that way, but I'm not entirely sure you can jump back again. Which is fine. So we'll have that. Bloop. Is that going to be impossible? I don't think it's possible to get on this by swimming out to it. I think what it is very tricky to go from swimming to walking sometimes, and if you're being chased down by something nasty, it's a little bit frustrating. So we've got this. One of the things we can't do. Is you actually bend these out quite a way. I think no one's going to notice what we've done here today. But we notice. There you go. Sometimes we do things for the player, and sometimes we do things for ourselves. Cool. So there is actually a gap through there. Oh! Yeah. Cool, huh? Nice. I kind of want to get the metalwork in here as well. Yeah. It might be a good thing to do. What we might also do is push in this beach a little bit. So if we go to terrain, and raise and lower, change the mount sliders all the way down. And I think this side should be a bit bigger than this. So we start pushing it back. There we go. But why? Oh, well, we need a reason for this to exist. Okay. So we can push this back here a little bit as well. We can probably bring it out here. So yeah, what we need is a reason for people to want to jump over here. Also, to make it easier for the shark to navigate. Nice, huh? We'll change that up. And obviously you can't, I mean you can see if you're underwater, the brush. In fact, you can see from underwater to above the water, the brush. Because you don't see the water surface, the mesh for the water surface, but above it you do. So you can't see below it. Or you can just, turn the ocean off. There we go. There we go. That happens on actually most... Oh, we're not actually doing anything. Happens on most models. So if you're inside the model, then you don't usually see the outer texture. Which Which is why sometimes in a first-person shooter, people get stuck beneath the map, and then they can look up, and then they can just shoot people from underneath the map. It's like, how are they doing that? It's like, well, they kind of glitched onto the map, and instead of being, you know, decent people and relogging, oh no, they're just shooting people from underneath. That happens. Yeah, it happened in PlanetSide when I was playing it. PlanetSide 2. Ooh, I haven't played that in a long time. Long time. So yeah, we're just smoothing this off because this beach is pretty rough. So what we're doing is it does two things. It makes it look a little bit more natural, but it also gets rid of any sort of triangle-y bits, or importantly, any harsh transitions. So what I want is the sea to be smooth, the beach to be smooth. Okay, cool. So what have we done? Well, we've got this. I'm assuming a Sharky Boy can swim through there. This, I mean, a player can walk through there. That's not a problem. Now here's a problem. Objects, rocks, structures. Oh, hello. Right. I mean, this thing wants to be underground. I don't know why. Boop. Hello. Yellow. Right. Cool. So we'll do this. Hopefully we can bury a lot of it actually in the rock. This is going to be tricksy to do. I have to flip it around the other way. Ooh, I'm not sure we can get away with that. Yeah, I'm really not sure we can get away with this way. Yeah, let's give it a shot. Let's give it the old college try. I think we might have to get creative if we can't do this. Nah, well... okay. It kind of works, but it also kind of doesn't work. Alright, flip it around the other way. Press the T's. Bring it back. Bring it up. Press the R. Bring it down. Press the T. Oh, notice you've switched into something else, and that's not going to work at all. Okay. Now the question is that enough? Is that enough for you to actually be able to jump across? Oh, very tricksy. Very tricksy. That's a rock. Not sure. What I'm going to probably do is bring this up a little bit. And then rotate it a little bit. And notice we've snapped onto something else in the background, so reselect it by looking at C and selecting, yeah, that's it. So, what do we get from having this piece? We get these grab rails. So basically what you need to do is stand here and leap and pray like anything. You grab the other side and then leap back and pray like anything. Grab the side, because if you don't, ploosh. Might even be a broken ankle, not sure about that. Might have to... do we make it deeper? No, do we pull these back? Yeah. Yeah, we'll do something with this. Okay, it's probably going to be easier if we change this side. So what we're going to do is pop that in there. Every time I let go, it snaps onto something else. Except for that time. That one time. Okay, cool. And we'll do this. Okay, cool. So what I'll do from here is... we can probably get rid of that piece then. Okay, let's get rid of you. You can come sort of up. Yep. Yep. In fact, I could probably change you out for something else. Let's change it out for something else. Let's do it. Please go. Rocks. I suppose what we could do is just use a generic big rock. Boom. Yeah, it's better. It's kind of better. Because then we can get a bit more of a solid entry point. Rotate. Nice. Okay, cool. So now we have a little how our jumping puzzle. Press T. How much can we poke out the back? Not by much. And we can have that dangling over the edge. That's not actually a problem. Cool. Good. Good. So we've got our jumpy puzzly bit. Why don't we go back to terrain? Let's turn the ocean off. Why don't we look up at the sky? Ocean on, ocean off. There we go. So we don't get a weirdness with the shadows. That's better. It's all about the little tips and tricks. Tips and tricks. Oh, the tippy tops. The amount slider is inherited from the last thing we used, so we will first of all change that. It's a painful day when you beans that up. We will lower. And then we just brush along here. Because I want it deep enough that someone's not going to smash their ankles if they end up in the sea. I don't want people going, oh, you know what? You know what? I just beans both my ankles. Oh, they really hurt. Doesn't matter if it's too steep, because there's a lot of like very shallow beaches around here, so that's not too much of a problem. Okay, cool. And now smoothing. Crank it up and fill in all those little triangle-y gaps, because it's not great. It's not great along here. Like crank it all the way up. There we go. Get some movement going on. So it kind of normalizes the area a little bit better. Cool. Cool. I mean, what we could do is just throw another shipwreck here and just be like, oh, shipwreck. Oh, there's a shipwreck here anyway. I don't want to. I want to like stay in keeping with the rest of the island and just give a little bit more interest to what's going on. Okay, so we can hit display ocean. Cool. Click objects. I'm going to click on this rock. I'm just going to move it over a little bit. That's better. Better. So you hop down. You might be able to hop back. Cool. And what do we do here? Well, we can put some stuff here now. Cool. We'll take a little rock. Where is a little rock? Here's a little rock. So this is a real tight in terms of like anything, lich anything. So what I'm going to do is add this little small rock here, just push it down into the cliff, and the water is going to be all sort of slooping around, slopping around and stuff. But it's okay because we have the land inside, which is just above sea level, which means this, in the event of a storm, shouldn't be swamped. Yay! And it's important because it's freaking close to the actual sea itself, sea level itself. Now what we can do, I'm going to hit terrain and objects just so I don't accidentally move anything. We can get rid of rocks. We can go back to trees. We can go back to the ficus. And we'll grab big ficus. Big ficus? Big ficus. We're just going to snap to whatever it can snap to, which is not a problem because we can rotate. Oh yeah, look at that. And we can drop it down into the ground. Oh no. No, the trouble is we have so much stuff here now that if you let go, you beans it. Is that? Nope, that's the rock. That's a different rock. Have fun getting your ficus back. Okay, let's go inside the ficus. Is that it? Nope, that's the cliff. I think we should be happy with the way the ficus is, because no. Go inside this cliff section. Click on that. Basically what you need to do if you've got so much stuff together is isolate the object as far as the horizon is concerned. There we go. And then move it around. Then click on it and then move it around. Trying to isolate it from everything else that's going on. Otherwise, for some reason, Unity is like, oh, you know what? I thought you wanted... Oh, there it goes again. I thought you wanted to select this thing, which is obviously here. And I'm like, no, I'd like a hard select on whatever I was previously selected. Okay. Okay, good. Good. It's actually probably not a bad position for that tree, if I'm going to be honest, in terms of just, yeah, positioning. The branch is over the rock. It's out over the sea. It adds a bit of shade to the water, which needs to really be one of those things that's adjusted, because the shade should be down. Well, it is down here, but the opacity on the shade on the water surface should be dropped quite a lot. So what we're also going to do is probably add some, let's add some, oh, I don't know, banana maybe? Banana plant. Banana. Because we know it's not gonna get swamped. There we go. So we're just adding that. It doesn't matter too much. Ooh, there's our banana plant. Now that's just it for the banana plant. I believe so. It's too much stuff all in one place. Well, whatever. Whatevs. I think we can select this rock. Really rusty. And we can just move it a little bit. Just so that leaf isn't clipped so badly into, let's rotate this, so badly into this banana plant. Yeah. There we go. So you can jump over here. Boop, 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 boop. Nice. Now if you fall, yeah, that's enough to start the swimming animation, and then for Mr. Shark to beat your face off. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Cool. So now we need a way for people to actually get there, or to, in fact, telegraph the fact that you can get there. Ooh. Well, okay. Okay, we'll do it. Which is this one. Okay, cool. In fact, we could probably put those leaves in the ground if we wanted that to be. Let's just move that slightly this way. Let's rotate it slightly. We just tilt the whole thing over. Press T, and then push it back a little bit. So we're just adjusting this tree in preparation for... Oh, what are we doing? Well, good question. Excellent question. We have already examples of this on the island. So what we're going to do is create a little path, a little party path. Ooh, are we going to be able to use this? This is pretty big. It was tricky to do it last time, but this is actually kind of... I think we might be able to get away with this if we're clever. Okay, cool. Cool. So what we'll do is we'll drop that down as much as we can. And then rotate this. What I'll probably do actually is bring this. Ooh, I don't want to bring that up. I will bring that up, but that brings up the whole section. That's not a good look for what we're going for. What have we got going on here? Well, we gotta be a rock boy here. I mean, we could bring that up, but that brings that whole section up. Ugh. And remember, there's no undo. So if you beans it, you ain't undoing it. Okay, we're gonna have to think outside the box. We're gonna have to take the box basically, and then ditch the box and get a new box, which is very much box flavored, but not quite in the way that you think. Good. There we go. So we only need a hint of walkway. A hint of box flavoring. Yeah, there. We'll do something with that in a minute. Oh, not that though. I want this. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So we'll come through here. We're going to need to move these trees and stuff, which It's fair enough. It's fair enough. Move this in a little bit. Oof. Don't want to do that. Rotate it in. Yeah, it's better. Oh. And then move that in. So what we're doing is kind of manipulating this cliff. Oh. As much as we can. There's a lot of stuff here that's kind of very much as we... whatever. So what we're going to do now is hit up some rocks. Of course we are. Of course we are. And we'll put a big rock here. And drop it down. And then to rotate out a bit. There we go. Oh, that was F. That's what happens when you tap F, Pookie. It sort of goes crazy. And then what we'll do is we use small rock. Ooh, is it small rock 1? I think, yeah, small rock 1. And we will... Oh, look at this. So it's bringing all the elements that we've used before together to kind of hint at something else. See? Nice. So what we're going to do is make a little set of steps here. I've realised this doesn't actually address the fact that we haven't done anything for the beach, but what we're doing is creating a reason for people to come to this beach, or at least to visit it. Otherwise it runs the risk of just being like geographically it's there, but it doesn't really do much, doesn't serve any function in our map. So what I'm doing is creating a little set of stairs by pressing C to clone, and then just moving these up. Cool. Cool. And if we push these back far enough, it looks... Yeah, there we go. So it does look like it's meant to be. Pull that out. I think we might be able to rotate this one. I just want to keep the silhouette. Not sure. Well, we can do something else to sort of mask the sort of thing there. It says a bit of pattern repeat because you've got the geometry of these stairs, which is fine. But I'm not really liking the pattern repeat. So what we're going to do is just grab a shrub and take the shrub, and I think we're going to use 2 shrubs. One here, and then we accidentally snap to something else. We can put the shrub in the ground quite a bit, and then do a little rotate, and there we go, just to get that leaf over the stairs a little bit. Click on this, T, transform. So we've already set up some things here, but it's fairly loose because these are essentially just decorations for the side of the hill. So now we have this here, and what I'm going to do also, probably take a nana. We take a nana. There you go. Cool. So we've got a set of steps here. The way they're picked out, because this is a lot of grey and it's gone dark, even though there's clouds in front of the sun. Even though the clouds in front of the sun don't actually freaking matter. So we've got a lot of grey here. So we've got a big rock, we've got some stairs, and then we've got this walkway here. It goes up and up and up, and then over, and then a little hoppity jump, and when you make it, you're going to get a reward. Cool. Nice. So we've got another little jumpy puzzle onto an outlying island. This one's very low, but we know that in a storm it won't get swamped. So you can stand on here during a storm and the waves will be big and stuff around you. It might even look a little bit weird, I'm not sure. But it's not going to get swamped. But, boom, that's enough depth of water for a shark to swim through. So there's going to be danger. And what we've done with these little steps, we've put green either side of them just to break up the grey and actually highlight the fact that there's steps there. And then we've used this metal walkway to show that this actually goes somewhere. So it's using all the elements that we've used before in order to create something that a player should follow because they've seen it already. So if we want to make sure that a player can get through there, we can click on the door and just push the door up. Yeah, I think leaves aren't going to stop a player, so that's fine. That's good. Good. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Yeah, look at that. So now we have this little jumpy jump puzzle. So it kind of looks like there is the walkway. There is one element missing, and that is what we should really do is take a rock. Small rock. Something small. Not a ship. Oh yeah. Yeah. Let's rotate that. Press T and then just jam it in the ground. To show that something may have fallen, question mark. I don't want it to get too much in the way of the player, but there we go. There we go. So, I think that's almost everything except for here. Let's get terrain objects, make sure that everything is as it should be, as it once was, and just jam this in here. Rotate, just gonna have it a little bit flat. Good. I think probably the same thing there as well. And then let's get rid of some of that metal work. Okay, cool. Good, 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 good. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I'm happy with this. Yeah, it takes something that was otherwise a little bit there but served no purpose. Kind of like this side, we had this long beach with big hill. So we threw in a lot of greenery and stuff. We might come along and add a bit more or something. I'm not entirely sure. We still need to do something with that. But yeah, with this side, especially with this small hill that kind of almost served no purpose originally, now it's got this lovely little jumping puzzle attached. Oh, wait. But why are people jumping across? Oh, they're looking for treasure. He said matter-of-factly. So we have the Wally ball, and that is... boom. Not here. But it is here. And I do say, don't give your players too much treasure, because they will not thank you for it. Make them work for it. And we know we're going to put sharks here, so this lures people out into shark water. Which is actually, I hadn't realised, but it's a fairly significant depth and a fairly significant distance from the shore. Yeah, you basically have to kill the shark. Assuming the shark navigation works properly. Here, oh, what can we have? Let's have Tom Hanks's FedEx box. Oh, sorry, DeadX box. Am I right? Let's put this here. I would put it on the rock, but there is an issue with the rock, and I'm not. I think it might be the LOD difference between the map editor and the rest of the actual main game. Sometimes you put stuff on a rock and it just kind of disappears. I'm going to rotate this, and I'm going to press T, and I'm just going to push it down until I see it start to clip, because this is a physics object, and what that means is with physics objects, you when you first come onto the island, they will all render. You'll see them all fly up in the air. It's like, oh no, it's all flying up in the air. And then they will drop to the ground. Fine. I don't want it clipped into anything because it might just push it away. But I also don't want it to like get beansed up by the rocky outcrop. I think that'll be fine. Move it more into the middle. It's actually quite small, but it's a little curiosity. Hopefully, the curiosity didn't kill the cat, but it might kill the player. So, I mean, yeah, it's got to be done, right? It's got to be done. It's a reward for the curious. It's a temptation for the cautious. Like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. So cool. What we've done is we've come out and we've created another slightly more dangerous jumping puzzle using the things that we have not only used before. So we've created some steps. We've created a walkway which is mirrored from the one in the woods. But because it's on the outside of a hill instead of having the hill curving around inside it, it's a little more tricky to mount, but we've managed to do it. There's even a little gap, I think that's jumpable both ways. If you want to cheat, I mean, there's no real cheating in this. If you want to just come out to the island and swim here and then swim up and then get it that way, then that's up to you. Yeah, that's fine. But there will be things in the water. So we won't make it easy, but we won't make it impossible. I don't know if it's going to be easy enough to swim out and actually hop, skip and jump over the back of here. I guess it probably is. But that box is not, I mean, it's not susceptible to the waves. I don't think it floats. But it's definitely not going to get like hidden in a storm because we've put the, let's go up. Oh, we're close enough. Closer. Oh, even closer. Oh, my word. Yeah, we've put dirt up inside the island, so that's going to stop the storms swamping it in its entirety. Good. Absolutely brilliant. Well, if you like this, definitely leave a little like, leave a subscribe. And if you do subscribe, click the little bell because that will give you notifications when videos go live. There's also a Facebook and a Twitter. And I tell you what, I'll catch you next time.